crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario being played today is the 2015 Incursion. This one has no kill box. There are 3 flags. Each one can be either controlled or dominated for 1 point, and the first one to 5 points wins. Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be a War Machine Battle Report. Now this is one that people have actually been asking for a while. Now, some of you might not know this, but when I first got into the game, I got into Legion. And I love them. I played them for a good year and a half solid, and like I said, enjoyed them quite a bit. But one of the lists I enjoyed probably most of all was this Team Badass. It was unique, it was different, and remember at the time, there's no Gargantuans or no Colossals, so the fact that this list had all of the big beasts for Legion plus Epic Thagrosh made it, really a Team Badass. And really, the way that it worked then is that you could get out there, do some sprays, some shots, do a little bit of attrition, charge in with the feet, do some real damage. Sure, they might kill a couple of heavies off, but then you kill their heavies, and you're sitting pretty. So, anyway, people have been asking to see it again, since I've been really doing a lot of Signar and Mercenaries, so let's see what they can do. And I am here up against Calandra, and this is after the errata, so this is something just completely different and put together, and so it has things like skinners and swamp trolls and all this different stuff, and should be a lot of fun. So the one problem here is that this is Incursion. Now, this isn't as bad as some lists where I'm kind of okay doing this list into Incursion, but at the same time, if I lose a couple of beasts on one flank, I can lose on scenario very quickly. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful here. Now, one nice thing is that he doesn't really have a lot of hard hitters. So as long as I can just probably kill the snake is the hardest hitter. As long as I can do that and try and tie up the highwaymen, I'm probably going to be fine. So I win the initiative and I want to get first turn. Pretty much everything is running on up. I have the armor buff there onto the Scythian, both the spell and the Animus Spiky Growth. So I mean, up to armor 22 is pretty decent. And really the plan is going to be here is that I'm going to be going after the right 2 flags. Proteus, with his reach and able to go snacking, he's going to go after the highwaymen just to tie them up, snack on them to heal himself up, and just stall that flag. I'm going to then really focus here on the right side, going after these flags, and then if Calandra ever gives me a chance, I'll go after her, but with that wall there, might be kind of tough. Alright, so on his turn here, you can see the highwaymen are zipping up the left side when the Skinners is there. There's another Skinner in the middle, and those Skinners are actually kind of a trouble for beasts, because they have extra defense against beasts, so I don't have a lot of options here. So the Skinners are actually, like I said, a bit of a problem. Plus he has a Gremlin Swarm, and I don't really have a lot of magical attacks other than like putting in Thagrosh. So again, it's something that's going to be a little bit hard then to score in scenario if I have to deal with this little Gremlin Swarm. Otherwise, looking at this, what I'd love to go after is I would love to be going after the snake. If I could take that out, that'd be fantastic. But it'd be kind of difficult. I don't think I can really get up there with Typhon to get all my sprays up there. I could probably get it with the Ravagore and the sprays from the Carnivian, but that won't be enough damage to take out a snake. I can probably take out the Swamp Troll, and the reason why the Swamp Trolls are important is because they drag me in. So I want to take away that boar control, and so if on this turn I can get Proteus into the highwaymen, kill off that Skinner that's in my face and being annoying, and kill off a Swamp Troll, I'll be pretty happy. So on my turn, that goes over pretty easily. The way I kill off the Skinner is, like I said, beasts have a hard time, so I actually just spray it with Thagrosh. A lot of times people forget that Thagrosh has a 10-inch spray, which is pretty awesome, because it also has crit stationary, and so I kill the Skinner, but it toughs. So once it's tough, though, it's knocked down, so Typhon just breathes fire onto it until it dies. Proteus is over there doing his thing, and meanwhile my shooting at the Swamp Troll does kill it, so that's fantastic. There's actually probably be the Scather there as well, but whatever. Feeling, okay with that turn. So on his turn, though, things kind of turn around because even though I killed the swamp troll and stopped myself from being dragged in that way, Calandra comes forward, pulls me in, and then that allows the snake to get to my Carnivian and kill my Carnivian. And in this list, that's a kind of a big blow because at least for the attrition, there's my spiky growth gone. So that really hurts. Plus, he's my biggest combat hitter. And over here, I never see this being done, but he uses the Troll Moses to come over here and use that spell again to make the Scythian move away. So just kind of taking it out of the fight. And this is during Calandra's feet turn. And so what happens over here is that anti-Legion solo does the spell at my Proteus, actually makes me stationary because he hits me with a crit. And then once that happens, because the Highwaymen also have the solo, they just kind of move around as much as they can to my rear to get extra dice. And then with the rerolls and stuff from the feet, yeah, they just destroy Proteus. So this is horrendous. Proteus was supposed to be over here tying things up. I think if he wouldn't have hit the stationary, that would have made it so that I would have lived for sure. But once I was stationary, he was able to get the full effect. And yeah, things went pretty horrendous. So after that's all said and done, I am now done 2 heavies. I have another Skinner that's kind of working its way behind me on the flank. That's not really an issue. The biggest issue is that I am already down 2 heavies, and I'm not in a very good spot to counter. I mean, I could kill the snake now, pretty sure. Star-Crossed is up. There's also Bullet Dodger up on Calandra. And when I looked at this, though, I decided, you know what? Scenario and attrition is not going to be the way to win this game. It's going to be on assassination. Now, right now, Calandra only has 1 transfer. She has all those spells helping her. But if I can knock her down, a lot of it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Thagrosh. I'm going to get the Ravagore up there first, shoot the Ravagore with a Scourge, knock them both down, and then once I do that, then I can really just try and spray her down and shoot and feet, and that should be enough. So that's what I do. I activate the Ravagore. It just runs to Calandra. I then go with Thagrosh. I shoot off the Scourge with a boost, and I hit. So that knocks down both Calandra and the Ravagore. I then also spray her, and I don't get the crit, but I do a little bit of damage there. Typhon comes up, spray, spray, spray. Of course, he shield guarded one of those, but otherwise I did enough damage there to pretty much take away the transfer and get her down to the point where she was out of all of her health. And all I had to do then to finish her off was just with the feet, come up here at the Scythian, stab her one more time, and that's the game on assassination. So overall, the game didn't really go the way I had planned, but one of the great things about this list is that it has a lot of tools to it. Having all these beasts and having Thagrosh, who can knock down both with the Scourge and stationary with the spray, can really make it dangerous very quickly. It has a lot more range threat than you'd think, and yeah, it's a really cool list. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be doing this list much more. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be selling my Legion. I know it's kind of like my first love, but I've kind of fallen out of love for it now that I'm doing my Mercenaries and my Signar, and I'm wanting to use the money to fund some other things like Hurricanes when they come out and stuff like that. So we'll have to kind of see about that. You know, maybe give me your thoughts down below of like, no, save the Legion, or come on, bring on Crix and Hurricane. But there you go, guys. There is Team Badass, and I hope you guys liked it. So catch you later. Bye.